What's the most important thing to having a successful day at Epic? Staying on site, staying off site, early entry, no early entry, express pass, no express pass? Let's talk about it. We've been to Epic a couple of times now, and at this point, we've kind of done all the variations. We've stayed at Helios on site with early entry, we've stayed off site without early entry, we've stayed on site without express pass, and we've stayed offsite with express pass. At this point, I think that the number one thing that I would absolutely prioritize is getting that early entry and staying at a Universal Resort hotel. We have found that even with express pass, sometimes things don't go smoothly. You can be left having this big expense without a lot of payoff. Not that it isn't helpful. On our most recent trip where we stayed offsite, didn't get the early entry, I really did feel like express pass was necessary. It's also important to note that when we did stay off-site this most recent time, it was during a very busy time of year, and most of the lines were 200 to 275 minutes long. While Epic is an amazing park, it still does only have 9 attractions and 2 shows. So it's a lot of people packed in a fairly small area without a whole lot to do. The most efficient combination is going to be on-site with early entry with express pass, but that can get really expensive. If you can only afford to do one of those, I would opt for the on-site, especially if it means that you can stay at one of the lower tiered hotels and save a little bit of money. The other tip I would give you for going without express is to plan to either stay all day or take a mid-afternoon break, probably from 1 to 4, 1 to 5, because a lot of the people that come in at early entry are not going to stay all night. You can find some really lower wait times the later in the evening that it gets. Especially true for Battle of the Ministry, but I have not found that to be as true for Minecart Madness or Bowser's Challenge. Those tend to stay pretty consistent. Epic Universe is a spectacular theme park, but it's still kind of new. Ride breakdowns are happening, ride closures are happening. The crowd sizes and surges are still kind of difficult to maintain patterns. So if you're determined to go during this first year, year and a half, while there's still some bugs that are being worked out, I would recommend staying on site and getting Express if you can, knowing that Express is still not going to guarantee you a super smooth day, but it's kind of like insurance in your back pocket. If you have any questions about how to optimize your day at Epic, leave a comment below and make sure that you're following along for all of my other theme park tips and tricks.